Face the end of the world with the sequel to The Wizards. The critically acclaimed VR spellcaster returns with a gesture-based system, challenging enemies, grand adventures, and the ever-witty narrator. Wizards Dark Times costs $26.09 and is for the Valve Index, HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, and Windows Mixed Reality. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the VR Asylum. My name is Paul. Today we're going to be looking at the Wizards Dark Times. So, little format for you. First, we're going to stop at the Steam store. I want to show you something real quick that you get with this game, and then we're going to move on to the gameplay. I will narrate you through that. Once we get past that, I'm going to take you guys and give you a review as well as a rating with our 5 straitjacket rating system. So make sure you guys stick around for that. But enough talking. Why don't we jump into the insanity that is the Wizards Dark Times. Before we get started, let me direct your attention to the Steam website. Make sure you guys check out your progress in the Steam store, where you can find your achievements and your spells you obtain during gameplay. In the beginning, you'll be presented with 2 modes, story mode and adventure mode. Entering story mode will concentrate more on the environment, while the adventure mode will concentrate more on the fight mechanics. Once Abigail and the wizard finish bickering, pull the handle down and take your first step into malaria.
As you can hear, this isn't the best time for Melody. I say it's high time somebody turned the tide. You and I are going to kill her.
Wow. All the graphics are pretty good in this.
Once you have finished admiring the beauty, take a left and head down to the bridge, where a little creepy guy makes your life a little more miserable and blows up the bridge. Now you'll have to go back up the path a little bit to your left and follow the path down. You will come across some creepy old trees, stopping you from going any further. The quick quarter turn of your wrist and your palms facing up, holding down your trigger, you will produce a fireball. Both hands can produce these balls. Once you have produced those balls, throw your balls at the bush. With a bit more instruction from the wizard, you come across more prickly bush. Incinerate it with your fireballs.
That is cool. Awesome.
And use your grip buttons to climb across the mushrooms. After you've climbed across a few more mushrooms over enormous gaps, you come to a rope. Simply grip onto the rope with your grip buttons and climb down. You will eventually come to a broken down structure where 2 yellow beams are holding it together. Use your right or your left hand, pull the trigger back, and bring your hand to your chest. This will produce a magical shield that you can hurl at the structure, taking it down.
Whoa.
During your wizardry adventures, eventually you will come to a room where that pesky bush is holding a chandelier. Throw some fireballs at it, and send that thing hurling into a wall.
Nice. Oh, here we go.
Further down the path, you will encounter your first creepy stickman.
Shit.
Simply pull out your flaming balls
Come on.
and incinerate that stickman to the ground. Further into your wizardry adventures, you are going to encounter a flaming bush. It's also where your coordination is going to get tested. Pull back the triggers, bring your hands together, producing your first ice bow. Shoot it at the flaming bush, then quickly grip your grip button, pulling your hand towards your chest,
There we go,
producing
okay.
a ball of energy.
Got it.
Eventually you will come to a room with a cold environment. Locate the wheel in the middle of the room, turn it, exposing a new environment to test your newfound skills with.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
After singing a horrible rendition of Let It
Whoa,
Snow,
well, look at that broad.
get ready for your first boss fight. Now there's an old saying, never bring an ice bow to an ice fight.
No, so
Or at least I think that's how it goes. So simply produce your flaming balls and show that witch what you're made of.
Take that, you scoundrel. having any effect on it? These guys should have light bars or something. Because that was right in the head. This one calls for 2. Flame on!
Once you have defeated that nasty witch, head down towards the bridge, jump off, and go underneath it.
I go down there.
You will enter into a room eventually, where you will find a chest. On that chest is 3 symbols. If you look closely at the walls, you will find the same 3 symbols. Simply use your spells that match those symbols to unlock the chest.
See if I can hit that bitch. There we go. Open.
Once you have done that, grab the handle on the chest, pull forward,
What a
and open
dummy.
up the chest to claim your prize.
Ooh, what the heck is this?
A familiar souvenir. It must have followed you from our
Okay.
Before we get into the reviews and the rating, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and that bell icon to get the latest in VR news, VR products, and of course, VR game reviews like this one. Okay, speaking of reviews, The Wizard Dark Times. I really liked the mechanics of this game. Everything was about coordination. It was making sure that you had your proper movement in your hands to get the right spell out. They're so closely
Give me my
related
fireball.
in terms of movement
Oh.
that it made it really difficult. And when you're fighting 3 or 4 of those creepy stick guys,
That guy flew.
it gets pretty stressful. So now we have to talk about the stuff that I really didn't like about this game. One of the first ones that we need to talk about was a bug. I think it's more of a bug and they need to fix it. Was that when you're climbing down ropes or climbing across mushrooms or trying to navigate your way through the world, you tend to go into these dark areas. It's almost like you're glitching into the environment. So they need to figure that out. That was pretty much it. It was a really, really fun game. I'm highly recommending this for the price too. It's incredible. It's $26.02 or $26.05 or something like it at the time of this video being made. And it's 100% worth it. I highly, highly recommend this one. We're gonna give it 4 straight jackets out of 5. This one definitely deserves the seal of approval, I guess you could say, or the wizard's approval, I don't know. If you guys like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, gets this channel kind of pushed ahead, I think. That's what they tell me anyways. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe right there. And just over on the other side of that is a video that you might want to watch next. We'll see you next time on VR Asylum.